Hello everyone, this is Kerry Ann in the craft room at Shabby Art Boutique. I've got a new project I've just listed in my Etsy store today that I wanted to jump on and give you a quick tutorial on how to put it together. It is a super quick and easy project, and I already know that's a popular one because it's been in my Etsy store for a couple of years now, but this is a new improved version of the tea bag holder. So you would have seen the one in there, I'm sure. It's, as I said, it's been very, very popular, and the feedback that I've got about it is it's a little bit confusing because I've got the two kits in one. So I've got the A4 size and the letter paper size, and I've got measurements in both centimetres and inches, and it does get a little bit confusing for some people. So what I've done is, with this new version, I've created two new kits. One is a Christmas one, and one is a tea party one, and I have done all the work for you. So everything is already there ready to print. All the score lines are in place. All you have to basically do is print it and cut it out, score it, fold it and glue it together. And honestly, I put this one together in 20 minutes. So yeah, allowing some extra time, you could have half an hour from printing to having it ready to give to someone. And they are super cute. So they hold a Twinings tea bag, or any of those sort of tea bags that you get that come in packets. They fit in there nicely, come in and out really easily, and there's 6 that can go in there. There's plenty of room between the holders here for you. You could embellish it, and I have purposely left the inside covers free of any embellishments so that you can put your sentiments in there. You can write in there, which means that you don't have to put anything on the front, and therefore it's not classified as any particular celebration. So you've got that little bit there right there, but there's plenty of room in here, either side, to be able to put some nice embellishments and things in there if you wanted to as well. I've left this really plain just so I can show you the basics of putting it together, but you could add beautiful laces. I've put a ribbon tie on it, but you know, you could layer it, you could do all sorts of things with it. It's, you know, yours to do with as you please, but you can certainly, there's certainly room there to move to decorate it even more. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll put that one aside, and I'm going to show you how to put the Christmas one together. So first we're going to start, it's just 4 pages. I have provided a backing page for that front cover. You don't have to use that, but I just think it looks pretty to have a colour on the inside. So I have printed on the back of that, but the other 3 papers make up your pages. And you do not need to print on the back of those because you're not going to see them. They're going to be folded in on each other, and that's where your tea bag will sit. So that's just 3 papers that are printed on matte photo paper. I've used 140 GSM, so that's very, very lightweight. It's heavier than actual copy paper, but it's not too bulky. For your cover, I have used 220 GSM. I think that, look, I'm not 100%, but I think it's around about 61 pounds for the US. But it has a double thickness because when you cut out the little artwork there to go on the front and on the back, that just adds some extra weight to it. If you're concerned about it being too flimsy, you could certainly do that twice and glue them together. But I think that's strong enough really for what it is. Something that you give to someone, they're probably not going to keep it forever, and yeah, I think that's enough. If you don't have, or if your printer doesn't take a bit thicker card, you could print this just on the lightweight paper and adhere it to a heavier cardstock and do it that way. So there's certainly lots of options. But we're going to start by just cutting out these 4 items, and I'll do that now. I'll come back and I'll show you how to assemble it. So I've cut out my 4 pages. I've just used my blade and ruler, but you could use a trimmer, paper trimmer, or you could use your scissors. It's up to you. They are all just square cuts, so really easy. So that's our front cover. It's printed on the back, and that's obviously where you can write on it. We've got our little inserts to go on top there to make the front and back cover. And then we have our 3 sleeves that go on the inside. Okay, and they've all got different size spines on them. So there are, all of the score lines are marked on there. I don't know if you can actually see it on there. This one might be a bit easier to see. So they're already on there. So there's 4 score lines on each of these papers. So let me grab my scoreboard. What's great about this project is there is absolutely no measuring required. all the score lines are already marked on here for you. So just line up your paper and pop those in. Just 4 on each page. Super quick and easy. Turn it around. Make sure that's actually straight. There we go. That one done. Got another one to do. So this is a great project to actually have printed up, ready to go. Pop it in a plastic sleeve. And if you've got someone coming over and you want a quick token gift, there you go. It takes you, no time. If you've already got it printed up, no time to put it together. You'll see just now just how quick it is to do. Oops, line that up. There we go. That's even. And we've got our cover to do. That's just got the 2 on there. Pop that off. Just undo it a couple of times because it's a bit thicker. Okay, that's all our scoring done. Super, super quick and easy. So I'm going to take my cover, just pop in those little folds there on the spine. Reinforce those. Like so. Okay. Now I want to take off just the very tip of those corners, and I'm going to use my corner punch, but on the smaller setting, so just a little tiny one. And you can do whatever you like. I mean, you can put nice lace on the cover if you wanted to. I mean, there's lots of options open to you. But I'm just going to show you the most basics of this project so that you can then take it and make it your own. I'm going to also take the corners off on these little inserts. Now, I've supplied 2 pieces of artwork with each of the listings, but you don't have to use these. You could have, of course, used anything from a kit that you might already have. That's fine. This is just a suggestion for you. I'd love for you to take the project and make it your own. Put your own little stamp on it. So they're going to go, they're going to be glued in place on here in a moment. Now this is the point where you would, if you're going to add some distress ink to it, this is where you'd be doing it now. I don't use a lot of distressing on my projects. So I just love that shabby look. But I'm just going to put a little bit, just so there's a little bit of definition between the artwork and the front cover. Just a little bit. It's up to you what you want to do. I'm just using a very, very light chestnut colour. I need a new sponge by the looks of it. So around the edges there. We do that before we actually put the ribbon on and glue it all together. Right, that's got that done. Right, let's put those out of the way. So I'm going to put that together before we start doing the inside bit. I just have to decide what I want on the front. I think I'll do it that way, on the front like that. Oops. Okay, so next I'm going to put some ribbons on. I'm just using some seam binding, but you could use any kind of ribbon on here. And I'm just gonna put them on here halfway. So you can either eyeball this or put a little pencil mark where halfway is. And I'm just using a hot glue gun for this little part of it. I've never been a big hot glue gun person, but I've recently bought this new one and I absolutely love it. It's cordless and it's made all the difference for me. So it's an Amazon one. I'll leave the link for you. It's not very expensive, and I'm glad I took a punt and tried it out, because now I'm gluing more things down with my hot glue gun. That's perfect for these sort of things, just putting little ribbons and things on. Perfect. They're all done. So yeah, this is the gun, and what I love about it is it has a its own little holder, and it's cordless. And for my craft room, that works out really perfect. So I don't have the PowerPoint right here next to my desk. Okay, so now I'm going to put these on. I'm just going to use some white glue, because that's the best glue for paper to paper. like so. And let me just get my white glue. This is just a basic PVA. I always use a good quality PVA glue, but I do think white glue is really good for adhering paper to paper. Just going to spread that out a bit so it's not going to buckle up. Just going to eyeball that, sort of just roughly get it in the center. That looks pretty good. Push that down. Where is it? Oh, here it is here. Put that on there. Do the other side. Oops, I've actually gone off the card. That's me. I think these were really lovely for a Christmas, small Christmas token gift. This was actually a suggestion by a customer who said she would love to have one for Christmas. I thought, you know what, that would be perfect. Because I can think of many times that I would have liked to have given something like that. I have lots of friends that drink tea, being an Aussie. And it's just it's an easy little gift to give to a co-worker or something. It doesn't cost a lot and it takes no time to make. So there we go, we've got the front cover done. So it's going to fold in like that. We've got our ties on there, which I'll trim them down once we tie it all up. So that's the cover done. So I'm just going to put that over to the side to dry. And move these things out of the way so we can work on our inserts. So we've got the score lines on there. We are simply going to fold up 1/2, the halfway point there. And then we've got another little one here, the tab, just to fold that over. Make sure that's going to sit nicely on there. It is. Oopsie, there we go. So we've made our sleeve. Okay, and we're going to glue that down. We have got 2 more folds to do. Actually, I might just do those now before I glue it down. There's one. There's the other. So they're going to sit nicely. So let's just do that tab. Now you don't have to put glue in the center. I'm just going to put the tiniest little dab just there. Take my spreader and just run that along there nicely. Okay. Here we go. That's our first sleeve made. Now they all have different size spines, so it'll be quite obvious in a minute how they all go together. Once we've done that, I'm just going to take, this is just a 1-inch punch, and I'm going to go halfway and just take out a little notch on each side, just to make it a little bit easier to pop out the tea bag, but it's not essential. If you don't have a punch, you don't have to do this. Put that aside and we'll start the next tube. With all of the sleeves made, it's now time to put them together. And they've all got different size spines. So we start with the smallest one, and we're going to put that in the very center. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue just in there, a bit of white glue, and I'm going to line it up with the second one. That's the middle one there. So pop that on there, position, and then lay it down and make sure we've got it straight. So that's the first one on. So when they fold up, they're all going to be even. And then the third one, not sure which way that one goes. That's, oh, I think pink goes around that way. Yeah. So some glue on here. And line that up in the center of this one. I know it's a bit hard to see on camera. I've got to get my head in to have a look myself. We'll just lay it down to make sure that it's all lined up. I don't think it is. Move that down a bit. That's the great thing about white glue. You can wriggle it around to get it right. So that when we open them up, they all sit nice and neatly together. Now I've just left those for a couple of minutes just to make sure that they've started to dry. And now I'm ready to put them into our cover. Now you might wonder why this section here, the spine on this one is quite a lot wider than the inserts. It's because when you put the tea bags in, they do expand quite a lot. So you wouldn't want it too tight. So we've left plenty of room there to be able to put in your lovely tea bags. So make sure I've got this up the right way. I have. I don't know if Damascus there really is a right and wrong way, but I'm going to go with this. Once again, just try to sort of get that eyeball in the center. And while it's wet, just lay it down just so you can make sure that it's sort of sitting where you want it to sit. You could put some clips on there while it dries, or I'm just going to press down on it. I'm pretty happy with where that is. That looks pretty central to me. So once again, I'm just going to leave that for a second while it dries. As you can see, it's pretty well centralized in that cover spine. So we'll just leave that for a moment to dry. All that's left to do now is to pop in the tea bags into those little sleeves. We've got 6 of them there, super cute, and tie it off and we're done. So this is a really easy project to do. It takes no time. In an afternoon, you could probably churn out quite a few of these. Or if you just need one for a special occasion, you know, you can do it within half an hour from printing to having it all finished. So that's our little Christmas one. Really, really cute. You could put some lace and things on there. It's all up to you. And of course, this is our little tea party one. Also really, really pretty. I mean, what lady wouldn't like to receive one of those? So, I'm going to put those up in my Etsy store now for you. If you have any questions about the tutorial, please feel free to leave a comment below and I'll come back and answer it. But I think that this is a much simpler way to make these than the one that I've already got on Etsy. I've done all the work for you. So really, it is just those 4 steps of, you know, cutting, scoring, folding and gluing, and it's done. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I look forward to coming back with something new to share with you soon. Bye for now.